And now it is my great pleasure to welcome into studio the lovely Susan Anton. Welcome, Susan.
Well, hello. It's lovely to be with you.
And, I remember you from the Muriel cigar. I mean,
back in the day,
funny
girl.
claim to fame. And also your romances, I have to say.
Oh, there's been a few. I'm 68. Hopefully I've had a few.
It's funny. I interviewed the late, great Leon Russell once, and he said, well, seems like everything I've done is in the past. And I wanted to say, well, at least you have a past. Some people haven't lived that much. And I would venture to say you've had quite a life.
I've had an amazing life. And I pinch myself when I stop and I look back because, when you're young and you're starting out and you think you've got all of these ideas of how life's going to go and where you're going to live. And I was sure I was going to marry my high school boyfriend and be a nursery school teacher. Little did I know that God had other plans for me. And if you can stay true to that voice that comes into that inner being of yourself, into your gut that says, go here now, knock on that door, say yes to that. And I look back and the life that I have been blessed with, I couldn't have dreamed of or asked for. It's been beyond anything.
And I have to say, I was scouring the internet, as they say, for
You're the one.
little tidbits. Yes. And of course, I stumbled upon this article about you, basically saying you're as gorgeous as ever. And I can attest to that. She is still as gorgeous as ever and as enterprising as ever, because in the midst of all your various projects, there's a new one that we want to talk about specifically. She Angels.
Yes.
Now, this is a web series?
It is a web series now. We're hoping to get it to network. I think that it's got all the potential for that. It's a very, very timely show where women entrepreneurs are helping up-and-coming women with ideas and inventions, and even those that already have businesses but are looking to take it to the next level. So we have a panel of investors, everyone from Kat Curry, the world-renowned chef, and her partner, Nicole Eric, who's won a million awards for her music videos, and Barbara Lazarus, who's in charge of the Wolfgang Puck Enterprises, and Kim Gold, who created True Religion Jeans. And so women that know what it's like to be in the trenches, know what it's like to build a business, because women we're making strides, and it's exciting, but there's still, we're lucky if we get 2% of the venture capital that's out there to start our own businesses. And quite honestly, not just because I'm a woman, but I just know that women, they approach life from a different point of view. If you have the ability to give birth, then you value life more preciously, and you see things from a more nurturing place. So we need these ideas out in the marketplace.
And it really does change the face of our society, because we've always, had this history of, the woman behind the man, or the women who, quietly changed the course of things. But, now it's time, it really is time to be out front. And we've got a record number of women in Congress now.
We do.
So much diversity, yet still,
yeah.
Money talks, as they say.
Yeah, unfortunately it does. And so that's why, just like the hashtag Me Too movement, when a coalition of women came together that said, bring your stories forward, we've got your back. And not only do we have your back, we have resources that can help you fight these things legally. So women started to realize that they weren't in it alone, and they started to speak up. And so this is the same, hopefully, movement that's going to happen, is that when women realize that there's a group of women that are successful, they've been, they've successful businesses, they know what it's like to build a business, to raise a family, to, take on the old saying, it's a man's world. But honestly, also, you need the support of a lot of these great men that are, standing there side by side. And we're also in a culture now, too, where it's not just the man or the woman behind it's the woman behind the woman, and it's the man behind the man. It's like you want to have a partner that supports your dreams and your visions. And we're here for all the women.
Now, if they want to find out more about this, there is a website, right?
Yes, sheangels.com. And I would encourage everybody that's got an idea or a business that you want to take to the next level to go to sheangels.com, because we're accepting submissions throughout April for the next year's show. And you'll be considered. And if you get through, to the next level, then we narrow it down to a handful of people. And then our investors, our panel of investors, decide on a handful of women that they'll mentor and help fund for the next year. And then the show follows the growth of these women and their experiences. Because as you know, a woman in with a career, it's not just you set out and you go. You have plateaus and then you fall off and you have to keep fighting. So we followed them for a whole year. It's not like, hey, you win $1 million and off to the races. It's like, no, right. Now you just begun.
Well, that's to me what makes it unique. First of all, how supportive of women it is. Mm-hmm. But also you think of stuff like Shark Tank and all that. It's like, yeah, okay, I'm going to invest. I'm not going to invest. End of story, on to next week. But the fact that this follows these women and goes a little bit deeper sounds really unique to me.
I think it is. I haven't seen anything out there that's like it. And it was created by Catherine Gray and her wife, Deborah Smalley. And Catherine is just they're both dynamic business women. Deborah's in real estate and Catherine and a writer. And Catherine Gray has founded Live, Love, Thrive and Karma 360, which is all about women empowerment. And she realized that what women needed more than another conference and another, how to get ahead book was they needed to network with one another so that they could get the funding and the encouragement and the advice they need to take their future forward. And so what better than having women helping women?
Now, I don't know if people can still get tickets to this, but there is an event this Sunday, the 31st, at the West Hollywood City Council Chambers at the library, I believe, or is it in the council chambers?
No, it's at the library, and that's the premiere screening of the episodes the last year that we followed our women business, our gals, Artis and Melissa, who were selected by the panel and to watch their story. So that particular event is sold out, but what's really great, because that'll be airing in the summer. But there is a wonderful after party at the Kempton LaPierre Hotel in West Hollywood on the rooftop. And for $20, you can come to that, and there's going to be a live band, and all of these incredible women and men will be there, so that if you have an idea or you want to network or you want to meet some people that you can get some advice from, it's a great opportunity to come and, listen to some wonderful music, have some food, and meet some amazing people.
Well, again, we're talking about She Angels, which, season 1 is going to premiere. And do check out this website. It'll probably tell you a lot more directly. You can see what we're talking about. But suffice it to say, March being Women's History Month, International Women's Day month, year, lifetime.
Yeah, right. World domination.
Well, hopefully, yes. We just had on the lovely Ellen Gear, who did that great piece that's going to be part of the repeat celebration out in Topanga. So we want to urge people to get out and see that again. And of course, the night after that is that concert. I did want to mention that again for Peter, because it is a fundraiser. Emma's Revolution, appropriately enough. We're celebrating Women's History Month here at KPFK, and we're putting together a lot of little pieces. I just did one for Emma Goldman.
Oh, good.
And, boy, she was an amazing woman. Once considered the most dangerous woman in America. So
really,
there you go.
I wonder who that'd be today.
I don't know.
What constitutes danger? Somebody that sees something and calls it like it is?
Maybe Ocasio-Cortez. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe,
right?
Or Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, anyway, we do have to wrap this up, but I do want to thank you so much, Susan. And obviously, this is taking up your time now. But do you have any other projects you want to kind of sneak in?
No, you know what? We'll let it at that. I'll come back.
Yes, please do, because it's been lovely to have you here. Again, we're talking about She Angels. Go to the website sheangels.com.
Yes,
and check it out. My thanks again to Ellen Gear, Peter Alsop for the repeat event. We're going to go out with a little bit of Peter Alsop singing, appropriately enough, Topanga. Stay tuned for the Pocho Hour of Power.
We could have a ball, our friends would come to call, right next to that old lady and her kids in that old shoe. Let's live in a hideout at Topanga. Come on, let's head out to them hills. Lots of stained glass, cold water in the bath. We can live without those fancy frills. Let's live in a tree in Topanga. Maybe in the leaves they'd leave us be. We could live in a squirrel hole, play our rock and roll. Come out on the limb and you can't be a nut like me, yeah!